morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. That's why I'm still in bed. Me, I'm FayWhat? And I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too? If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Presented by Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, the FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand on your favorite streaming channels. It's Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am currently away in Europe. Woohoo! Look at me, world traveler, bitch! And I'm enjoying a well-deserved travel holiday. You can catch me this week on Queer News Tonight as we host shows at Munich's Oktoberfest, at the Sound of Music Mountain in Austria, in the Italian Alps, in tiny Liechtenstein, and in the Swiss Alps. See and meet our gay cousins in Alpine Europe. The shows are amazing, and no one has ever done anything like it before in the LGBTQ plus community. But don't worry. We'll be back live next week. So in the meantime, we have some fantastic episodes lined up featuring topics you might have missed and more. Stay tuned and enjoy the FayWhat Show.
I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What did you think I was talking about? You know who he is. Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning I'm joined by my gay guy pal, Jonathan Casanas, board member of Forward Miami and the leader of Gay Ocho. The leader of Gay Ocho. The largest LGBTQ plus Latino festival in America. Good morning, Jonathan, and welcome back to my bed, baby.
Good morning, hooker.
You got that? No, but the leader.
I know.
The leader of Gay Ocho.
That was nice. I got a title up and everything.
You got like a promotion.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
How you?
Shit.
Why are you calling me a hooker?
I don't know, because you get very hooker status.
I do, because I get around.
I think that's why we get along.
Because I get around, because I'm a puta and you're a puto, and that's just how we go,
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. At least now in my early 30s.
Your early 30s.
I almost gave my age away.
I know,
Holy
he totally
shit.
did, right? He doesn't look his age. If you want to know his age, just text me. I'll tell you. You know.
He'll show my dick pic too, girl. Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop giving so much information on me,
let
girl.
Let me tell you, okay? I've told you folks before. Well, you know, John, it's the gift that keeps on giving, right? For New Year's, I was having kind of like a bad New Year's, and I wanted to start the new year with a ding, 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 ding. So I just figured, let me call my good friend Jonathan and go, hey, you sent me a dick pic? And I totally thought he'd say no. He's like, from which angle? Right? And I got a few. And it started off 2024 in such an incredible way. And I think that's why I've gotten so popular.
You think?
And I've gotten so busy.
Why?
It's because you blessed me with the D.
It's because you're showing everyone. You can't show everyone anymore. Keep it to yourself.
Well,
it was a happy day, and I'm not as confident as I am in those days.
But you should be. It's a very good pic. Okay, again, also, if you want to reach out to me, I'll send you the pic. And again, I wouldn't tell people that it was you until they complimented it.
Oh, okay. I like that angle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you gotten bad comments?
No.
Oh, no, you would tell me.
No,
it's
one
okay.
was like, a little bit of sun wouldn't hurt, That's about it.
That is stupid. That is so stupid.
You have to go to Hollywood with the pierna caliente to try to get, and I was surprised by that comment because so many boys now are anal bleaching. You know what I mean? So I thought they would be happy with how nice and,
No, it must have been good lighting. I mean, I definitely don't go nude bathing.
Okay.
Or nude sunbathing, whatever.
Okay, but see, that is key, folks.
For sure.
Lighting. Okay, if you're sending somebody dick pics, okay, somebody sent me the worst vag pic ever in life to my messenger. Okay, and even try to send it through Lenza, I still couldn't make it. I couldn't light it. I couldn't light up the vag for nothing. You know? So
that's
you know what I mean. So I hope you got something out of it because it was too dark for me. Lighting is everything.
Lighting is everything. Positioning, angles. I'll make my shit look 3 times bigger than it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you stretch it out or do you run around the block? Like, how does that work?
Nah, it's just you got to go from down up. It's gotta, yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, like, and I'm short, so I know like when to look taller. It's just, I just know my angles. I mean, not that I'm small. It's just on that one picture, it definitely looks nice.
Do people ever meet you in person and go, oh, wow, I didn't know you were this short?
Every day. Every fucking day.
Every fucking day.
I'm not kidding. Every day.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's get into some of the Kikis. Let's talk some crap. You ready?
Yeah, talk some crap. That's why I wore this crappy shirt.
Oh my God. There's poop on your shirt.
What? Where?
No. I mean, there's actual poop on your shirt.
I know. That's why I wore it.
What does this mean? JJ Malibu. I love that.
No, don't brand the shit. I forgot them. We're branding them for free.
Okay, but why?
I don't do things for free.
Okay, no, we don't do it. Well, he does some things for free. Right, Chris? Anyway.
It's toilet paper and poop.
Oh my God, I love it.
Everyday things that everyday people do.
I love it. You know why? Okay, we're in Florida, right? And they banned a lot of books and they banned a lot of bullshit and stuff like that. But that's one book that's universal that everybody should read, and there probably should be a part 2. Guess what it is?
Which one?
Everyone Poops.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that. I never read it though.
Okay, well, like sit down one day with your reading group and like
with your reading group, bitch. I don't know a reading
with your book club.
Yeah.
Can you imagine John there with his glasses and a book club, just like, all right, gentlemen, let's all open up our books to page 3 where it says even ducks poop.
I barely read text messages. I'm really bad.
I know.
But
I
is that
text
kind of?
you and you don't answer for like a week.
I don't. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't read.
And the best part is that I hate using the phone, right? So I hate using the phone. He hates texting, right? So I'll send him a text. He won't reply for a week. And then I'll call and go, bitch. And he's like, what? Check your text. And then I hang up.
I won't even know what you're talking about. Up. Yeah. So the book's what? It's about like putting pants on like the same way everybody puts their pants on?
Just like everybody poop. Like, just that point. Like when you feel so different than others, right? It reminds you that everybody poops. Madonna poops. Cher poops.
And it's probably bad too. They're probably like monstrosities of mojones that like fill the toilet and ruin bathrooms.
You think so?
Yeah, like those pretty girls and famous people, I feel, ruin bathrooms. Like melt the paint off walls. I feel like it's I feel like.
Why do you look at me like that? He's like your poop must smell delicious.
Yeah, no. I feel like yours are the worst. Pretty girls always fuck up bathrooms, man. Always. I had roommates, trust me.
Wow. Okay, so now you know. Now, that's a great way to start off the FayWhat show, talking about poop, all right? All right, let's get talking about Miss Lady Gaga, all right? Lady Gaga's 2008 hit Poker Face has a surprising queer twist. Queer twist, okay?
She got queer tits.
Well, she kind of does also. But anyway, queer twist, okay? In case you haven't heard this story, I love it, okay? So during her recent Las Vegas residency, Gaga revealed the song's secret origin, saying it's about having sex with men while thinking about women. Seated at a white grand piano and sporting an extravagant feather headpiece, she added, quote, now that's my kind of poker face, end quote, before diving into a jazzy acoustic rendition. Gaga is a proud bisexual and LGBTQ plus advocate, and her poker face is always playing for the queer team. Watch this.
I bet you didn't know that this song is about having sex with men and thinking about women. Now that's my kind of poker face.
Lady Gaga reminds us that she's family, baby. What are we all talking about?
Do we know this?
I want to say that, I read about this somewhere, right? Because, and when they were, debunking the Lady Gaga myths about her songs, right? But, I mean, she didn't say it on a stage like this, during a sold-out concert.
Yeah, I just feel like it's so uneventful. Like, it's not a big deal. And I also think she's more of an ass eater than, a vag muncher.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I see her eating ass more. That song makes sense, Poker Face part, but her being a bisexual doesn't click for me. I don't know. It's like we made more of a deal with her accent on Gucci, the House of Gucci, and her meat dress. I figured we'd make a bigger
Son and the House of Gucci.
The House of Gucci. Oh. I feel like you don't eat pussy. I don't see it, and I'm sad that it wasn't a bigger deal. Maybe it shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm sad it wasn't a bigger deal than it is, because you tell me she's bisexual, I'm like,
you're like, okay, right? You're like, no big deal. Nah. And and how many times, folks? John, how many times have you had sex and thought about someone else? A bunch of times. I'm sorry. I've been in certain situations where I'm like, okay, or, have been, okay? Or I'm like, oh, when is this going to be over? Let me think about Madonna. You know what I mean?
I'm not very thoughtful like that or whatever. Like it's cerebral. I can't think of someone else while I'm doing it.
Okay.
If I'm not into it, I'm not into it. I'm always gonna finish though.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't think of someone
You're on
else.
A mission. You're
on a mission.
You're on a mission.
Even if I have to look at myself in the mirror, I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror to finish, boy. But I'm never not gonna think of someone else. But I'm glad that she came out as bisexual. But do you think she carpet munches?
I think she does.
Yeah,
I do. And now I'm
do
imagining
you feel it? Are you hard right now?
About it. I am. Like if I had nipples, they'd be super hard. Yeah, no, I think I'm with you on that. Like I'm not, I guess maybe in the video if she would have said, you know that this song is about a woman having sex with a guy thinking about a woman. All right, let's eat pussy. Then it would have been like a little different.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe it didn't get the wow factor from me because you're so wow, Lady Gaga. Like she's always so wow.
Also, the story came from who? Because did she declare that she's bisexual, or are we just assuming because she said that about her poker face lyrics?
No, she has always said, David, she's always said that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes?
she's always said that she's bi, or
Okay.
you know.
I'm
But you
sorry.
want more. You want more.
I
you
want-
have to.
I want more.
You want more.
I want to
No.
see her eating pussy. I think that's what it is.
The thing is that John is very needy these days. So
Prove
understand
it.
that.
Prove it
okay?
to me,
Like,
girl.
Prove it. He doesn't believe you. Gaga, prove it to him.
Gaga, that's
Prove it
how
to
you
him on me.
Yes.
See? Then
or
we all win.
Or on me.
Or on him.
Eat my pussy.
But preferably on me.
Yeah.
Just say.
Yeah, preferably.
Preferably. Next, Tom Daley's diving into his first post-Olympics gig in a surprising way. He's raising awareness of alcohol-related water deaths by rocking knitted swimming trunks. Just days after announcing his retirement from diving, the 5-time Olympic medalist is back in the spotlight with a new ad campaign, partnering with Malibu Rum and the Royal Life Saving Society UK. Daley's message is clear, quote, "Don't drink and dive." Watch this.
You like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, and the feel of the ocean, and the taste of champagne.
Okay. All right. I'm going to miss Tom Daley, but I'm glad he left us this and his knitted swimwear. What are we all talking about? Can you wear knitted swimwear in the water?
Thank you. That's where I was going with that too. Knitted swimwear, bitch. Like, talk about an itchy crotch. I didn't
even
the
think
moment
about
you
that.
walk into a pool that is coming off, which maybe is the point.
Maybe it's
actually.
the point. Yeah.
Good job, Tom.
No, and Tom is so cute, and I'm sad that he's retiring, but I get it. Like I guess in the Olympics, when you're like 30, that's it, you're done, kind of
Yo,
deal.
how did
Is
he
that what
retire?
it is?
Yeah, he's retiring when he looks like 17 years old.
He does.
I know he has
like
like 2 or 3 kids, though.
He does. Oh yeah,
I
he has
mean,
2 kids. Yeah, because I remember one of his celebrations for one of his medals that he went over to his man and their children, and it was a beautiful thing. And what was it that I had read somewhere that he had knitted a penis cover for his teammates or whatever,
yes,
like
that
in
makes
celebration.
sense
You
now.
know.
Yes, you're right. That makes sense. He's a big knitter.
Yes.
That's what the oh shit. All right, girl.
Now we get it.
All right. Okay, girl.
Okay, yeah. But I still was like, you can't wear them in the water.
Not wearing them in the water.
So now I
no.
understand the campaign. It just took
Now
us
it
together
took us.
to now.
Aw,
We
we're
are
meant to
dumb.
be together.
We are. That's what
Holy
it is.
shit.
You know. Now I know. You know that I'm sober, and you know, and I understand that people. We're in South Florida. People drink and go boating, which is not safe. There are a lot of catastrophes happen in the water down here, things like that. But he's on this platform of don't drink and dive.
Yeah.
Do you swim?
I do swim.
Okay.
I swim under the influence as well. I don't dive. Because, well, two things. One of my best friends died in a boating accident
Oh my God, I'm
because
sorry.
the driver was drunk.
Okay.
But you forget, right? You go out there, you party anyway, and you forget that your best friend died. And then, you do crazy things like flips off of a yacht or in a
Into
shallow
pools.
pool.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
I've
that.
done that shit. And luckily, like, I've been doing that stuff since I was little. So you always have to dive and then kind of mermaid your way, so you don't go to
So you don't hit the floor.
But when you're like 14 beers in, who gives a shit? You're just flipping to like show off. I'm too old for that bullshit. But when you're at a young age and you have abs and you're trying
and you
to do
have
flips,
abs, and you're trying to show off.
Yeah. Or like what I did like 3 years ago, which ended well, but I tried to show off for my nephew. He's like, do a backflip, Theo, do a backflip. And I came this close to the ledge, but I did it. It was
you
nice.
did it.
On the video, it looked really good. But I remember my brain going,
Follow him.
"Holy
One huge
shit."
long name. You'll see it there. But he was there. He was scared shitless though. I
was
bet after
scared.
he got out, I was like, wow, I was that close.
And I could have done it in front of my family. Que pena. Like, how embarrassing and how weird.
And how sad for them. You
Yeah,
know?
I definitely. If you're boating and stuff, do not be drinking and stuff. It's pretty dangerous. And if you're in the pool, like just sit in the shallow. Pools shouldn't be past 4 feet anymore. Like who wants to jump anymore? Like you should be like rocking the water up to here, getting some sun with a little cocktail or a little
This comes
mocktail.
from the short guy. He's like, listen, all pools should be at 4 feet. So he could just like look like he's just, what? Look at me over the water. Look at this.
And like a real 4 feet. Cause like Shy out there who like resurfaced his pool and he was like, it's 4 feet. And I went to his deep end and I was drowning. And you embarrassed me, Shy. Fuck you, Shy.
And it was still here.
Yeah.
Yo, all that time that you've been telling people you're 5'4", you ate.
Probably not. I don't know. I probably
You
not.
ate.
But it was not fun. It was not fun. But
you know I can't swim.
you can't swim?
I can't swim. I know. South Florida girl. I've lived here in and out for 20 years, and I can't swim.
That's okay.
Here's the reason why.
Why?
Because as growing up as a kid, they tried to teach me Latino style.
What does that mean?
Latino style, and you folks
You
know
just throw
out
them
there
in?
that they went out into the ocean of Orchard Beach in City Island over there in New York and threw me into the
yeah.
and I almost drowned. And that was how the Theos teach me how to swim. And instead of teaching me, it scared the living shit out of me, and I never wanted to get in the water.
So you don't go in the water?
No,
'Cause
I
every
do
ti-
now.
Yeah.
I do
Because
now.
I see you at pool parties and you're always too pretty to go in the water.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Hello, that cesspool of sperm that is there at the pool parties that I go to. I love you boys, but I'm not getting in that soup.
Fuck around and get pregnant?
I'm not. I know. And then whose baby is it? Like it's all of yours. Like that's a lot. I can't. And how do I explain it to Teresa?
For
Ay, Dios
real.
mío. Who's the daddy?
Yo.
All of them. All of them.
So wait, so
Oh.
how old were you when they threw you in the pool?
Probably like
Or in the-
11. Probably like
Oh,
11.
see, that's too late. No, you're supposed to throw a baby in. Like you're
But
like
we're from
months-
Jersey. We don't have pools and shit like that.
No, yeah, you're like Latino style is you gotta go young because in the womb you're practically swimming. So babies like have this instinct to swim and hold their breath. At your age, you're trying to hold your nose, and if you don't catch it on time, you're taking in water.
Okay, listen. Let's put it in a nice way. I know how to dive into other places, right? And I can hold my breath for a long time.
Yeah,
Okay.
got you.
So I'm good in that aspect,
Right.
but I'm still freaked out by.
Right.
I respect the water,
yeah,
and I know people could die.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I could be a good designated driver, right? If you're out there on the sea, you know, just have a designated driver. I mean, I don't know how to drive a boat either. Is that? Do you say drive
could
a boat?
just charter
Is it
it.
drive a boat? No.
Yeah,
Sail a
captain a boat.
boat. Ooh.
You drive, but you can captain like how we charter stuff too, like where we don't have to, so you can get drunk or not.
Yes.
You know.
And just have a great time.
Yeah, and not feel crazy. Not you know, even if you're sober, like you don't have to feel nervous that the person driving is drunk.
I got you.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, Daley, you're all about it. I'm gonna get you one of those knitted things for your penis. Can I get one for Chris?
Yeah, I'll take a
Okay.
picture.
Okay. Oh, yay.
Because what am I gonna? I'm not gonna wear it out.
No, it's
It'll
too
just
hot.
fall off.
No, it wouldn't. I wouldn't. We would have to
'Cause
get
wait,
you
it's-
measured. I want to make sure it
It needs
fits.
like- but
I need to go measure both you and Chris. That's a real right
Because the
there.
knitting stuff, like sweaters, if you wear sweaters, they stretch, and then you put it back on, and it's like
Never the same.
No,
It's like jeans.
So you put it on
Yeah.
around your penis, it's just gonna fall off the next time you wear it.
Just so you know. All right, next. Changing one's heart and mind isn't always easy, right? But gospel singer Kirk Franklin and his son, Carrion, who came out as bisexual in 2022, are navigating their rocky journey together. On Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast, Franklin opened up about their strained relationship, which began with a leaked argument and worsened after Carrion's reality show appearance. Despite their estrangement, they reconciled in 2023. Franklin, since then, has expressed unwavering support for Carrion. This heartfelt change is a hopeful message for many navigating similar struggles. Watch this.
So you spoke about Carry On, and it was evident for the world to even see. Like, there was this thing that we weren't used to seeing, not Kirk Franklin, not all the people say. So that whole debacle, how are you guys working towards your relationship to mend that?
Let me say, like I always say, I was very ashamed of myself for the lack of control. No matter what the conversation was that I felt was a disrespectful conversation, because I'm the father. I still have the responsibility, and because I know my son, I have the responsibility to take in totality the environment that I was in,
Right.
and I didn't do a good job because he's still my son. And because he's still my son, the manner in which I talked to him was not the best. And so I own that. And there have been good days, there have been bad days still. And I am praying that my son will feel and see the support that is there for him to become his best.
Gospel icon, because I'm going to call him an icon because he truly is. Kirk Franklin comes out for his son. What are we all talking about? What you think?
I mean, I think a lot of things. This is great for, Black Americans to...
Black queer Americans, especially.
No, but for the straight community to understand, like, this is possible. For someone like Kirk Franklin to have to deal with this, someone, big in the music industry, big in the church community, respected, whose name rings bells. In many ways, I think it's cool because now they're forced to listen to the story in a perspective that's like theirs, where it's not them that's, queer. It's their son, right? And so now they have to listen to a story of a man who has to deal with it in a way that they never thought that they would have to. And I think that's super special because we're always thinking about, the person coming out on our end, right? And then we're never kind of aligning with the people who are not thinking of us in the way that we want to. So now we get to hear a story from a man, because they didn't interview the son, they interviewed Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
So it's fun because Cam Newton is also problematic. So it looked like Cam Newton was trying to understand, how to be a better person too and how to deal with a situation like that, where we as queer people are always kind of stuck in our perspective. Poor us, poor us, poor us. And they're just waiting for someone to say, poor me, I have to deal with this in my family. And it's great that they have to kind of deal with that perspective from an icon like Kirk Franklin. Does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense. It totally makes sense because, what people don't understand is that, we have to come out and we're dealing with the brunt of everything, right? But our family, if they're supportive, right, have to come out too.
Right, yep.
Because all of a sudden these macho black and brown fathers have to deal with a son who's bisexual.
Yep.
And have to, and then, then that church aspect is a whole other thing, I've had extensive conversations with Jamal in this bed, and he's told me just about, the black experience, and when it comes to, religion and stuff like that, there's so many different barriers, very similar to the Latino culture, you know? So to hear somebody like Kirk Franklin say, look, I had my issues and I'm still learning and I'm ashamed of how I was, because that right there is important, right?
Yeah.
Guilt people.
Right.
Because make sure that they know that hurts us too,
Yeah. And it's the good takeaway from this story for me was how he treated his son and how his son felt. Because it wasn't about being bisexual. It was about not feeling safe around your father and not having that support system from your parent, who essentially is your guiding light out of a scenario.
Yeah.
Even now at my age, like, I was thinking earlier today, like, if my mom goes, the devastation I would feel because I don't have that support anymore.
Yeah.
And that was where he was coming from. He was like, man, the shitty way that I treated my son is so fucked up for me psychologically because I wasn't there to support someone that I gave life to.
Someone that I love. You know? And
that's pretty intense. Like, I'm not a father, man. But if I was, that would fuck me up.
I think it would too. I mean, I'm not a parent either, but I can't imagine, you made this child.
Yeah.
Right? So there's got to be an aspect of it where you're like, where did I fuck up that my child is LGBTQ?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, a lot of parents hide behind oh no, I just don't want life to be hard for you. Or you don't want life to be hard for you, right? Because now you have to explain to people, It sucks that my mom, I've learned through AA that I've had to clean up my relationship with my mom, right? I have to meet her where she's at, right? And it has helped that now we have an open dialogue, but it sucks that I don't share my gay life with her.
Sure.
Those stories are not part of our everyday like they are with you and your mom.
Yeah. Well, the thing with me and my mom is that I do the same. I meet her where she's at. I don't tell her everything. She doesn't really want to know everything. And like the other day, I'm sitting in a pool full of men, and it's as if she doesn't know me. She's like, where are the women?
And En el baño, mami.
I'm like, Mom, remember I'm gay? Like, what do you mean we're the
Well,
women?
Okay, and you know what I got from that whole story? What the hell are you doing FaceTiming your mom from a pool full of men?
No, I posted it online. And she commented, where are the women? And it was like, Mom, it says I've been out for 20-something years, bro. Yeah, but that's
But I now I understand what you're saying. There's always a glimmer of hope, you know?
Yeah.
And I was going to touch on the fact that, you know, the son may or may not be bisexual, right? He may or may not be, right? A lot of us in community come out as bisexual as a safe kind of like shallow part of the pool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
which I
because
did as well, kind of.
Everybody did. Everybody did to some degree, which again sucks for the actual bisexual people because it takes away from who they really are, right? And their validity. Oh my God, Luna just farted so bad.
Oh my God.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
For a second, I was like, something's burning.
No, and he looked at me like it was me. It was not me. It was the dog.
No, I was
okay?
like, something's burning. And then you said Luna.
And you know what? I think that's how we'll end this story because I forgot what the hell I was talking about after that fart of death.
This dog, Luna, I love you so much. Woo! She was like, "You're talking shit."
Yeah,
no, but
exactly.
it's true.
So I'm
no,
gonna give you shit.
But no, what you were saying is true. Like we don't know if
Carry on.
and
if his son.
Yeah, if his son is gonna come out as gay with just setting the preference with bisexuality to like tiptoe in when there's already all this kind of animosity from his father. So. Stay tuned. We'll see if it gets a little crazier.
Because unfortunately, like I'm just saying from my personal experience, it wasn't a good thing for me to tell my mom I was bi, right? Because now, all these years later, I've been married for 7 years and she still has hope. she sees a picture with me, with John, with me, he's good looking.
Is that your boyfriend?
And what's going on there? The fuck you mean what's going on there?
That's what I'm talking about.
He's in a Speedo!
That's what I'm talking about.
You understand?
That's what my mom does. It's weird because my mom knows like that's it. This is it for me. I'm married to a man.
No, they're always gonna have hope because they made us and because we're cute, and that's why.
I don't know if it's hope. It's just I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is.
Maybe it's not hope,
just
or maybe it's
chemical in.
Maybe it's like cognitive dissonance. I don't know what it is. Like they don't want to 100% believe it. You understand? That 1%, she's still.
It was a 1%
just in
slip
case,
up.
You know what I
Her
mean?
brain
That's
was
it.
like,
That's
tell
it.
him, ask him where the women are.
Where are the women? Send them over right now. Next, Erin Wright claims she was banned from American Airlines for allegedly having sex with a man on a flight, despite being, a lesbian! In a viral TikTok video with nearly 3 million views, Wright recounts her baffling airport saga. Denied boarding and left scratching her head. She booked a $1,000 flight to New Orleans while still trying to figure out why she was banned by American Airlines. After knowing the reason, Wright hilariously exasperated and appealed with proof of her sexuality. Oh, what kind of proof? Okay, we'll see. After some drama and a $400 refund, she's back in the air and laughing it off. Well, so are we. Watch this.
If you're ever wondering how you could get permanently banned from flying American Airlines, this is how it happened to me. So in June, I went to fly to my sister's bachelorette party, and I went to check into my flight on my phone, and it didn't work. So when I got to the airport, like an hour and a half early, I went to the kiosk, and it also errored, and I started to get nervous, so I just went to the help desk for American Airlines, and asked them to check me in, and they were really nice, and they were like, sure. So they go to check in, and it errors for them too, and they're like, oh, don't even worry, you probably just put your name or your birth date in wrong when you were entering your information when you bought the flight. Let us call someone and get it fixed. So they get on the phone, and they're on the phone for probably like 10 minutes, and I'm freaking out at this point. I'm like, I'm gonna miss my flight, and they get off the phone. The lady looks nervous, and she's like, ma'am, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you've actually been banned from flying American Airlines. And I was like, what? Because I've never done anything. I was like, what did I get banned for? Can you tell me? And she was like, I'm really sorry. It's an issue of internal security. I can't tell you, but...
Lesbian gets banned from American Airlines for having sex with a man. What are we all talking about? I thought American Airlines would like enforce that or like be happy about it. Like, yeah, Mile High Club, here, get your points.
No, I've tried it. They do not encourage it at all.
So this poor woman was... I guess it was mistaken identity then, and she must have been put on a list for doing something she shouldn't have.
But mistake. She must have been on a flight maybe that someone did it.
Yeah.
And then they chose her seat and put her name in the system or something.
Had to be.
Usually they call the cops and they go through a lengthier
process, right? Or they give you a document saying you're banned or something.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't want to mischaracterize or maybe read a book by its cover, but she looked like she eat pussy. Like there's no way I would have been like she was getting fucked in the bathroom by a man.
No, so if you were you worked for American Airlines, which
fucked
neither one of us will after this story ever get a job with them, you know, like it'd be like, wait a minute, you're in the system for sleeping with a guy. Oh, please, come on, we're on a flight, girl. I'll get you a drink. And I know one of the flight attendants is a lesbian too. I'll introduce her to you and call it a day. You know?
And by the way, like, shout out to her, like, poor her. But I'm glad she got some money out of it. But like, who has the balls to actually do some shit on a plane? I am crazy, but I am not that crazy.
Well, okay, so you know, in my drinking days, right? Here is the absolute truth. It is almost impossible for two grown people to fit in that space. I am almost 6 feet tall. I would have to F you. Like, and I mean, I would have to get on you to even finagle making that happen. It's not easy anymore.
No.
It's easier to just do it at the seat.
No, I mean, No, yes. That makes more sense to me than going into a bathroom. Like I can't even sit down and go to the number 2 if I wanted to. I'd never do, but it's uncomfortable in there. There's no way that I would do it. I don't see how it happened. I don't see anybody believes it. And if I ever see it, I'm throwing them some cash. No, seriously, I'm throwing them cash.
I've got good friends that are flight attendants. So do you.
Because that means a leg is up here.
Yes.
That means he's carrying her.
Or the leg is on the mirror.
Yes,
and the person is on and then the guy is underneath on the sink.
Yeah,
you understand?
Well, yeah, but there is no sink. You can't sit on it.
You've got to. You got to lean against it.
And
then turning on the water at the same time. Like all kinds of stuff is happening. You know, and again, and without us even trying to do it like Tetris, trying to make it happen, it's also disgusting.
Oh, it's so
and
gross.
It smells in there.
So
like
gross.
I see people go in there without shoes and I'm like, oh, you're nasty. Like, you know, I mean, again, of course, they try to keep their planes as clean as possible, but you understand, you have 300 people on a plane, it's not going to be.
No, they don't. I fly American all the time. I love American. No, they don't. No, I don't. The bathroom's gross. Chris takes his shoes off, like, at his seat, and I make him put it on if he ever goes to the bathroom.
Yes.
Like, put your fucking shoes on.
Nasty. Well, good luck, girl. Hopefully they'll give you some frequent flyer miles or something, porque eso está de pipi. I didn't have no sex with no man. I'm a lesbian. ¿Tú te imaginas? Oh, my Lord. The FayWhat Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, and Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years. Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. Next, at the FayWhat Show, we need to help my gay boys.
Yay.
And in our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy in a lesbian's body to help my fellow gay boys. This week, Stunned Spouse sent us an email. Dear FayWhat, a 32-year-old straight woman here sending you a message. Oh, this is new.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard about you from my trainer who loves you. Okay. All right. Well, send this picture over to Jonathan.
So the trainer's gay then?
Yeah, for sure. Right. I got that from, right? Where do you go, right? To Peak Fitness. I know you must go somewhere around here. I recently accompanied my husband on his 10-year college reunion. It was my first time going to his campus and meeting a lot of his friends, including Charles, the gay guy he had shared a dorm with for 4 years. I've heard about Charles over the years, but I never had actually met him until then. Anyway, I was excited to finally put a face to the name, and we immediately hit it off. The reunion lasted all weekend and involved lots of drinking and socializing. On the last night, Charles and I snuck away from the group for a bit. We were both tipsy when he said something that took me by total surprise. He confessed that he and my husband used to be in love.
What?
When I asked for more details, he wouldn't elaborate. And when I brought it up to my husband after we got home, he acted like he had no idea what Charles was talking about or why he would say that. But he stopped short of denying anything. I don't know why he said that. It's different than saying what he said isn't true. I've been swirling ever since. My husband is not gay. I can definitely confirm that. But what if he and Charles did have a thing before we met? It doesn't bother me to think of him experimenting with another man, or even if he might be bisexual, but I hate to think he would keep it a secret from me. Am I overthinking? How can I get him to tell the truth? Stunned spouse. P.S. If I were a lesbian, I would want you as my girl.
Oh, the plot gets sticker.
Thank you for your email. Okay.
This is so juicy.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean,
A lot to unpack here.
excuse me. Lots to unpack because so it's been 10 years, right? We're trying to find our clues in the email, right? So 10-year reunion.
Sure.
So it's been about 10 years since college,
Sure,
right?
yep.
So maybe about to be, in their early 30s.
Early 30s.
Right? They've been married for a while. She never told, he talked about his friend. He talked about his friend being gay. He talked about their close relationship.
Yeah.
What is that like? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
I wouldn't. You know where I would start? Why this gay boy had to say anything? Like, was he starting drama?
But they were drunk, John. You know how things slip out when you're drinking.
I honestly, it would piss me off if I was the straight guy because, dude, that was like, you're in college. Like, I've done things in college. I slept with 2 lesbians at once. That's called a threesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. But they were lesbians. We all, we did things we didn't want to do, but we did them because we were just horny little kids.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. But we don't talk about it. I don't drop names. Nobody will ever know.
Yeah.
It's not for us to speak, especially to our spouses. At a 10-year reunion, you're just starting drama. And it had to be a gay boy to start some drama. And then now she's swirling, which makes sense to me because I would be too, and I would want the tea. But the way that she went about it is probably not the smartest because now you're kind of forcing him to feel guilty about his past and guilty to holding a secret. The way she should have done it was, oh, homie told me y'all fucked around. That's hot. I kind of got horny about it. Tell me more. Because now you're kind of including him in this experience that you just were forcibly led into by this gay man. But I think now it's too late to kind of,
Now it's too late to backtrack that, unfortunately. But that would have been the way to go. That's absolutely right. But I get it. I mean, at that moment, you're surprised and you're like, what the hell? I can't believe you waited till you got home to tell your man. I would have told him right there in front of the guy.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to co-sign with what you're saying because, I've done stuff with people that it's been our secret, right?
Yeah.
This stays here in this room and no one ever knows about it. You know what I mean? I've messed around with people's husbands. I've messed around with people's wives. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where this stays here. Outside of here, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Enjoy your little memory and that's that.
Yeah.
But there's also a difference, John, between effing around and we were in love in college.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, you're right.
It's a little different. We're gay. We F around. We have fun.
Yeah, but who's ever in love in college for real, though? What is love? Is love for real in college?
Maybe it was this gay boy's first love. If you're okay, I've also had straight girls come up to me and say, hey, I want you to be the first girl I sleep with. I'm like, hell F no. I'm not going to be the first girl you sleep with.
Yeah, because
then I turn you up and then you can't get rid of me. And then, then I can't get rid of you.
Yeah. I don't know if it was like that. Guys are not wired the same.
They're not.
But if there was some intimacy there, this straight guy is obviously moved on.
Exactly.
So
and it's college. That's the big joke, right? That's the big joke with everybody. The heteros even, right? The straight heteros, oh, but that was a college thing, right? All these stupid politicians in drag, oh, but that was a college weird thing. We were drunk. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's a known thing.
It's a known thing that during those 4 years, you're kind of crazy and all over the place. And that's the point, and that's the time to experiment.
Yeah, I did unspeakable things in college.
Unspeakable things. When people talk about it, and I'll, at a conversation, I'll smirk because I'm like, que puta yo soy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep that here. So listen, darling, and then again, then you end your email saying that if you like girls, you'd be with me. So you must be open.
I think she's into it. I don't know. The way she said it, she's like, I'm glad if you experimented. You might be into it. It might be cool to present your man with a scenario that is appealing to both of you.
And then you might lose your man too.
Why?
Well, because maybe also she just re-sparked something that wasn't sparked for a couple of years.
But it doesn't. Sex is sex. I mean, if he wants to go re-spark a love connection, that's different. But a sex connection, cool. But that's something you're gonna have to explore on your own time. I don't know how to manage that. I'm not a therapist.
Yeah. No.
But it sounds like you're interested in more, and it sounds like he used to be.
Yeah.
So maybe speak on it, in therapy, and have a more communicative kind of relationship and explore.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Chris, and we're having the greatest time chatting channel, speaking about flirting with guys and talking about who we're into, who we're not. Doesn't mean we act on it, but it's fun to be like, man, he's hot. I would have fucked him. Because with my exes, I wasn't even allowed to do that much. If I ever said that, it was on.
Oh, yeah. But isn't that welcoming? Isn't that wonderful that you and your partner get to have that and you didn't have that in the past? And you're just fucking around. You're just saying, I'm married, but I'm not blind. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can still see how beautiful somebody is and imagine maybe sleeping with them.
So how does this not torture her? I think that's what she needs. Some sort of guiding light advice to not fucking go down this rabbit hole.
Don't go down the rabbit hole. And what John said, if you could still kind of manipulate the situation into that, start making it a sexy thing, right?
Yeah.
You might come out winning, big time with this.
I think
you know what I mean? And you guys are young, have fun, enjoy. Yeah. And I mean, hey, call me if you're pretty, And
I'm glad you're not mad at the gay guy. Because
that's who I would be.
Super pissed.
Oye, pero qué queen,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
What you...
Super pissed.
Queen.
Fuck that guy.
Queen, seriously. All right. Well, okay, John. So that's it. This is the end of my show. What are you doing this week? How are the plans coming for Gay Ocho? I'm so happy that you folks are coming back.
Yeah, we're back. We are holding board meetings, starting fundraising. Things are looking good with the city of Miami. We are definitely coming back. I think it's the 13th of February. I'm not sure. But we will announce it. We have a save the date coming out now here soon. And we're not going to do our gala, which is fine because it's coming in November. And I figured let's put our money and our resources all in the festival, which is what we're known for and what we want to give people back to. And that's what... the highlight that's the start of kind of Pride season. We want to be those people again. Yeah. So that's what we're doing now.
And your gala was amazing. Thank you for the invite. 2 years ago when you had it, it was wonderful. But the reality is that most galas are the elite, right? There are people that can't afford that, And Gay Ocho is open to everybody. It's free. Everybody's having a fabulous time. And, I know plenty of gay boys, including my best friend Cal, who we go to Prides all over the world. And he always mentions Gay Ocho as his favorite.
I love that.
Always, because of the diversity, the music, the 20 stages you guys have, whatever you're into, they got a stage for you. Let's put it that way. The food, and then it's on world famous Calle Ocho, that Calle Ocho, is world famous. And whenever they have their stuff there, I usually don't go to the big Calle Ocho event that they have there every year,
No, we're the better version of it. We're the cleaner, more fun, more kind of, I don't want to say liberal, but more progressive, kind of fun, free. You'll probably end up dancing with someone you probably wouldn't have otherwise. And you don't get that in some other festivals. And it has a little Latin flavor, which you don't find in most parts of the country. Yeah. So, we're the biggest, Latin inclusivity diversity festival for a reason. And we want to keep it that way, so we're going to focus our efforts there.
So 2 years ago, you were running around so crazy because you're so busy. Can I get you some interns or something, or someone to carry your water? Because I'm like, hey John, can we go hang out? No, I can't. I got to go to this stage. I got to go to that stage. I got to go here. Blah blah. I was like,
I don't think I've had help before.
They can't keep up. I saw the guy running behind you, sweaty AF.
Yeah, it doesn't alleviate the stress, bro. Because the more you delegate, the more you're stressed about what's not gonna get done, and then I gotta go follow up on if Henry, fulfilled that order or whatever. I don't know, or if Tiffany is on stage on time, which she never is. I always gotta grab Tiffany from the dressing room and drag her out. But yeah, no, I'm glad it's coming. I'm glad you guys are going to come, and I love that you spoke on it. Thank you.
Of course, and don't take a year off again.
No. It did help us.
We missed you. I bet it
helped us, but I'm glad that people miss us. It means a lot.
Well, I love you, John.
I love you
I'll
more.
See you soon.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Te quiero mucho, mi papito lindo, Mr. Muscle Bear himself. Follow him on all social media. He cracks me up. And I always post little shorts of us because we're just idiots.
We're morons.
We're morons. For real. Big Latino morons. Big Latina lesbian moron and Muscle Bear moron.
You're going to keep going?
That's us. All right. Bye, John. Get out. Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale. We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. say goodbye, let me remind you the Travel Club is planning Machu Picchu and Peru by train departing on September 17th, 2025. I am going too, and we will be broadcasting shows at Machu Picchu, Lima, and a whole lot more. Join us if you love to have fun. Here, take a look. So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Jonathan Casanas and his muscles for joining me in bed. He's so damn cute. Yeah, he is only 5'2". Can you believe that? Wow, he just looks so much taller in bed. You know, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls, but if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity because it really is what makes us so freaking strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, you know the drill, follow FayWhat. And since you're always on the go, you can listen to the FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcast app. Just search the FayWhat Show. Until next Monday, world, or anytime on demand. I am FayWhat, and I am hashtag that girl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea dance, Wilton is that girl. Latina, but she's universal too.